administrative mandatory and evaluation criteria, nothing else and nothing more. They have submitted many bids, they were unsuccessful. Equally with this bid, they were unsuccessful because they did not comply with whatever requirements that were raised. So bidders don't understand compliance document. We just looked at item C and D, which said we want companies, rates and taxes, but then D says also individuals. So most people misinterpret that and only consider one. That's why, Commissioner, I even attached annexure GM 2 and 3, because this matter was so persistent. It was even escalated to the echelons of the city service delivery ward.
No, I do understand that. I don't think you need to repeat that over and over and spend time on that, as much time as you're spending on it. We are speaking about a very specific bid. This is not general, the general issues that you advise bidders on. There is a very specific, there's a specific tender. You alert a potential party to it, and then you say, we need to regroup on it. So you are actually he's not asked you, he's not said to you, and that's not being your evidence. You're not saying, he said to you, I don't know how to complete it, or I want advice from you. You initiate on your story or on your account, you sent it to him to confirm if this was the bid he was talking about. And then, in addition to that, you say, we need to regroup on it. So here you are, chairperson of the BAC, inviting a very specific party who wants to bid, who you're suggesting they should bid. In fact, I want to say that to me, this looks like you were alerting him to a tender and you wanted him to submit, and you needed to get together so that you can discuss what you're discussing about completing that tender. And you are chairperson of the BAC that is going to be adjudicating that very bid, and you see nothing wrong with that. Even in hindsight, you don't see anything wrong with it if you didn't see it at the time.
Chair, firstly, I did not actively alert. I am giving context. I think some of these matters, there's unfortunately, there is an element of restriction to what we have in front of us. But the context behind this was not me actively alerting. It was a confirmation taken into account from a previous discussion that we had. How I'm validating that is that this was already in the public domain. I know you say it's not relevant, Chair, but with due permission, it forms a critical component, part of my explanation, and that they had seen it. It was just a confirmation. Secondly, regroup if needs be. If you need clarification, I'm available.